welcome back to Item of the Day. I'm Copyright, and this is episode 16. So, today, our numbers are 3, 7, and 5, so let's take a look, shall we? So, we're on 3, and if we go down to the 7th row, and over to the 5th column, that's the Energy Condenser. Now, these things are very useful if you use any type of magic or anything. If you like equivalent exchange, you'll love this item if you don't already know about it. So the first thing we're going to need is some covalence dust. So to make the first one, it's 8 cobblestone and 1 charcoal. Now it doesn't matter where you put the cobblestone and charcoal, they can be in different locations, it doesn't matter. Either way, you get 40 covalence dusts, which is the 1 EMC version. So the next thing you're going to need to make the middle covalence dust is 1 redstone and 1 iron ingot. As you can tell, still doesn't matter where you put them, still get 40 medium covalence dusts, which is 80 EMC. Then the next thing you need is 1 diamond and 1 coal. That gets you 40 high covalence dusts, which is 280 EMC each. Now, you have to note though that for the low covalence dusts, it has to be charcoal with cobblestone. It can't be regular coal. And for the high covalence dust, it has to be regular coal and it can't be charcoal. So the next thing you're gonna need, of course, is a chest. So I'm gonna hurry up and make one of those. And as you can see, this is a recipe. Most people already know that, but some people might not. Then the next things you're gonna need is what? Silverfish stone? That's not what we need. I have no idea what that even is. So anyway, you put the stone right there, and then you put the iron ingots under them. Then the diamond goes in the middle, chest goes under it, and then the covalence dust goes on top. Note, you only need 1 of each, and it doesn't matter where the first and last ones are, but they can't be mixed up with the middle. So anyway, that gets you your alchemical chest, and we're pretty much close to being done. Next thing we need is 4 diamonds and 4 obsidian. So we're just going to throw the alchemy chest in the middle, throw the obsidian on the corners, and throw the diamonds in between the obsidian. Now as you can see, if you go like this, it does not work. So we're just going to put everything back the way it was, and that gets you an energy condenser. Now these things are really handy. First of all, you will notice that if it's nighttime, or whatever, or if they're in a dark room, they will create light, which I think that's pretty cool. So anyway, if you open it up, you'll notice that it's like a regular chest, except it has this thing up here and a gauge. So for example, if we got a diamond, not the diamond micro blocks, but a regular diamond, we can put the diamond in the top left, and as you can see, it's 8,192 EMC. So if we put, for example, this covalence dust in it, this number will go up to 39, because those were worth 1 EMC each. Then we can do that with the 8 EMC covalence dust also, and you'll notice that this number will keep going up. And if we put in this one, you can see that the number is actually going up, and once it hit the top, it gave you a diamond. So that's really handy. I mean, for example, if you got some, let's say, tungsten ores, we'll just get a stack of them, and some iron ingots, just get a stack of those, and then gold ingots, just get a stack of those, and let's get some silver, why not, and some emeralds, rubies, and sapphires. So we're just going to spawn those, and the sapphire, there we go. We're just going to throw these on the chest. As you can see, the number will go up and start making diamonds. And then, of course, however high the EMC is, the bar will go up faster. So as you can see, the gold went up pretty fast. And then the emeralds and stuff, of course, are going to go up really fast. As you can see, they're worth 1,000 each, 1,024. We can just keep throwing stuff in. And then we can, of course, this tungsten is going to make a lot of diamonds. And as you can see, it just made a ton of them. Just because tungsten is worth a lot. So we're just going to turn off the drain. and I will show you guys something else that's pretty cool about it. We don't have to be throwing stuff in one at a time, so let's just get some more gold, just because it's worth a fairly good amount. So we're just going to spawn in a bunch of gold, and that should be good for explaining my point. As you can see, you can actually fill this thing up, and you can just add as many as you want. As you can see, you have all these spaces to just throw stuff in. It would be useful to, like, just pipe junk into this chest. For example, if you have quarry going, you can use pipes to transfer like cobblestone or stone, dirt, all that other crap. Maybe marble if you don't want marble. Just whatever you don't want. You can pipe it into the alchemy chest. I mean, that's as long as it has an EMC value, because as you'll see, there's some things that don't have EMC values, namely micro blocks. So for example, if I spawn in these, they won't turn into diamonds or anything for that matter. They will just sit there, and I'll show you guys what I mean. As you can see, it's done condensing. There's no more condensing taking place. They're not changing. That's because they don't have an EMC value. Now that can be useful actually occasionally, depending on if you don't want things to be, if you don't want as many spaces. I do know of sometimes that it would be useful to do that, but of course that is a secret for another time, because I will probably be doing that in my Tekkit Let's Play whenever I start that. But I mean, as you can see, this is a very useful item. I mean, you could just get a ton of diamonds. For example, if you just go out mining, just get all kinds of ores and stuff. Just even if you, for example, like gold, I mean, if you found a gold ore and put it in the macerator, like from the second episode I mentioned this, you put it in the macerator, get you 2 gold dusts. Put it in a red matter furnace, those get you 2 ingots per dust. So that's 4 ingots from 1 ore, and then you could just pipe it into here, and 1 gold ingot would be as good as a diamond, or 1 gold ore would be as good as a diamond. I mean that's really good. I mean, if you use this thing to your advantage, you can do a lot of awesome stuff. But yeah, so I mean that's the condenser, and as you can see, you can put more than one thing up there, but it just acts as a stack, and it won't do anything specifically good. For example, I mean, like it won't start making stacks of 32 diamonds. It'll only make 1 diamond at a time. But as you can see, there's the number up there. And for example, if we grab like an iron pick and we mine it, as you can see, we just got a ton of diamonds. But if we put the condenser back down, the number's back at 0. So I mean, just be aware of that, because that can really cause you to lose a lot of stuff. So just make sure you get everything out of it. And if you have a good amount, like for example, if you was transmuting into tungsten and you had diamonds going, and you had like a diamond worth or something, or just, for example, if you was making like, here, I'll just grab a red matter block, and again, it's not red matter, it's RM, because that's what the blocks are called. So if we put like a half stack in there, as you can see, that's 262,000 EMC. So if you have like this much EMC in here, I wouldn't advise breaking this, because as you can see, once I do that, I just lost all of that EMC, and I'm not going to get it back. So I mean, if you do that, just please be aware, and I would highly advise, if that happens, take that slot out and then put like the diamonds in and just get all your diamonds back, and then break it, because as you can see, it's at 0. So just, that's something to be aware of. Just make sure that you don't lose your stuff, or at least try not to, unless you have a whole mess of diamonds and can afford it. But I mean that's not really too high of a goal with equivalent exchange. It's completely possible. I can tell you right now, it's completely possible. I know of ways that it's completely possible, and you'll probably see them sometimes in the Tekkit Let's Play if you watch that. But anyway, that was the condenser. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a nice day.